Hello, myself Bhaskar Sharma from Department of Electrical Engineering, and I will give the video lecture on generator protection part 2. In this video lecture, we discuss about some topics, that is introduction, generator protection, rotor protection, rotor fault and rotor earth fault protection, rotor temperature alarm, loss of excitation, protection against rotor protection, over voltage protection, and the last one is conclusion. In this slide, we discuss about the generator protection. The main expensive equipments are generator and transformer in a generating station. So that's why it is employ a protective system to isolate the faulty equipments as quickly as possible to keep the healthy section in normal operation and to ensure an uninterruptible or continuity of electrical supply or power supply. In continuation of introduction about the generator production, the next one is the basic electrical quantities. Those are likely to change during abnormal fault conditions are current, voltage, phase angle, frequency. And the protective relays utilizes one or more of these quantities to detect abnormal conditions in a power system. Now, in this slide, we discuss about the classification of generator protection. The first one is stator protection, second one is rotor protection, and the third one is miscellaneous protection. And in this video lecture, we discuss about only rotor protection of generator. Now, that is rotor protection. The rotor protection can be classified into following categories. The first one is rotor faults, second one is rotor earth fault protection, third one is rotor temperature alarm, and the fourth one is lubricating oil failure. Now discuss about the rotor faults. The faults in the rotor circuit may be either earth faults or between the turns of the field winding. Field circuits are normally operated unearthed, so it is a single earth fault will not affect its operation. But when a second fault arises, then field winding is short-circuited and produce unsymmetrical field system which leads to unbalanced forces on rotor and results in excess pressure and bearing and shaft distortion. Now in this slide we discuss about the rotor earth fault protection. The rotor earth fault protection is done by DC injection method or AC injection method. The DC or AC voltage is impressed between the field circuit and ground through a sensitive over voltage relay and current limiting resistor and capacitor in case of AC injection method. In continuation of the rotor earth fault protection, the next one is, but DC source is generally used as overcurrent relay in case of DC is more sensitive than AC. A single earth fault in rotor circuit will complete the path and the fault is sensed by the relay. This is the basic circuit diagram of rotor earth fault protection for the protection of rotor of generator winding. Here we use an auxiliary AC supply given by an additional component, that is the transformer, and a relay is connected between the generator field winding and to the ground as shown in figure to protect the rotor of generator. Now in this slide we discuss about the rotor temperature alarm. It is provided in large generators for protection of the field winding to control the temperature of the conductor. It indicates the level of temperature but not actual hot spot temperature. The relay measures the temperature by measuring the resistance. This is the basic circuit diagram of rotor temperature alarm, where we measure the temperature of rotor conductors, or in other words we can say the field windings at different points, so we can send the signal to the trip circuit as shown in figure. Now, in this slide, we discuss about the loss of excitation production. When the excitation of generator is lost, it operates as an induction generator. It derives excitation from the system and supply power at leading power factor, which may cause the following effects: a fall in voltage, and so loss of synchronism and system instability. And the second one is overheating of rotor due to induction current on it. A production having more characteristics is used to detect the loss of excitation, or in other words we can say the loss of excitation. Now in this slide we discuss about the protection against the rotor distortion. The cooling rates following shutdown at the top and bottom of the turbine casting are different, and uneven temperature distribution tends to cause destruction of the rotor. To minimize these types of problem, it is common practice to turn the rotor at low speed during the cooling down period. In view of the forces involved with large modern rotor, it is now standard practice to fit shaft eccentrically detectors. Now in this slide we discuss about the overvoltage protection. The overvoltage protection is required in case of hydroelectric or gas turbine generators, but not in case of turbo generators. Overvoltage may be caused due to the following problems. The first one is the transient overvoltage in the transmission line due to lightning. The second one is defective operation of the voltage regulator. And the third one is sudden loss of load due to line tripping. Now in this slide we will discuss about the conclusion regarding the rotor protection of generator. The first point is protective relays are used to detect electrical faults and to alarm, disconnects, or shut down the faulted apparatus to provide personal safety and equipment protection. A protective relay does not prevent the appearance of faults, rather takes action only after a fault has occurred in the system.